What's up, MMA enthusiasts? Don't get me wrong, but knockouts in the female division aren't as common as in the men's league, especially among the UFC's strawweights. They seem to prefer submissions or decision. But hey, when they do land those knockouts, oh boy, do they bring the heat! Striker versus striker. One dominant, the other mediocre. Join us to unravel the most brutal knockouts in MMA women's history. Let's get started by number 1, Rose Namajunas versus Johanna Jedrzejczyk. At UFC 217 2017, the notorious Rose Namajunas faced the seemingly unbeatable Johanna Jedrzejczyk, also Johanna champion. Going into the fight, everyone thought Rose would take Johanna to the ground. But hold your breath, guys, because in just 3 minutes, Thug Rose tore up that narrative and shocked the world. She crafted a picture-perfect left hook and knocked her from her right knee that dropped the strawweight champion like a sack of potatoes. A few follow-up shots sealed the deal, leaving everyone stunned. I mean, this is the woman praised as best striker in the game. Rose Namajunas, at just 24 years old and with only 9 pro fights under her belt, achieved the unimaginable. She knocked out the unknockoutable Johanna Jedrzejczyk and claimed the title in spectacular fashion. Number 2, Irene Aldana versus Vieira. Known for her slick offensive boxing and love for throwing combinations at range, Aldana had already earned a reputation for her heavy hands and thrilling fights. But it was in 2018 that she truly began to shine, thanks to her lethal left hand. But in 2019 at UFC 245, as the fight kicked off, Vieira showed her talent, gaining the upper hand in several exchanges on the feet with a powerful jab of her own. But Aldana was just getting warmed up. As the round progressed, Aldana found her rhythm and timing. Vieira made a decision she would soon regret, attempting to trade left hooks with Aldana. Oh honey, that was not the wisest choice. Stepping into the pocket with precision and grace, Aldana unleashed a picturesque left hook that caught Ketlin completely off guard. Vieira attempted to respond with a check hook, but it was already too late. After a couple of more hits, Vieira was knocked out cold on the floor, losing her unbeaten record along with her consciousness. Next is number 3, Rose Namajunas' assassination of Zhang Weili. At UFC 261 in Florida, the showdown took place. Weili, for the first time in her career, faced a chorus of boos as she walked into the cage, and she blamed her loss on it later. As the title fight kicked off, both fighters started with a brief feeling out process, typical of high-stakes bouts. In a blink of an eye, Rose launched a lead head kick that found its target, Weili's chin. The champion crashed to the canvas, trying to sit up, but it was clear she was out cold. Several follow-up shots sealed the deal, leaving Weili face down on the mat. She may have argued that the fight was stopped too soon, but the replay spoke for itself. Thug Rose had once again asserted herself as the queen of the strawweights. Number 4, Ronda Rousey versus Beth Correa. Ronda Rousey, the unstoppable force of MMA, against Beth Correa, the underdog with virtually no one believing she stood a chance. In the striking department, where Beth was supposed to excel, she had little to show for it. Meanwhile, Beth's performances in the cage were, let's say, less than impressive. It was clear that the outcome was just a matter of time. In a mere 34 seconds, Rousey overwhelmed her lacking challenger and delivered a knockout that was nothing short of brutal. You don't see faceplant knockouts very often, but damn are they memorable when you do. And this one was no exception. Beth tried to move away from the fight with her hands still in her pockets. I mean, who does that? And at that exact moment, Rousey quickly threw a powerful right punch that made Beth fall face first onto the canvas. Number 5, Jessica Andrade versus Karolina Kowalkiewicz. When the Polish princess Karolina enters the fighting area to face Jessica Andrade, she doesn't know she's about to face a very strong opponent. Karolina, known for her determination and courage, decides to fight up close with the powerful Brazilian fighter. As the fight starts, both fighters exchange strong hits, but it becomes clear that Andrade has extraordinary power in her punches. Each punch she throws feels like a powerful force, like a freight train hitting. Karolina doesn't back down and continues to move forward, trying to make her mark against Andrade's powerful punches. However, in a split second, everything changes. The punch connects perfectly, and for a moment, time seems to stop as the impact of the blow shakes Karolina's body. Then, reality hits her hard. Her eyes go blank, and her legs give in, causing her to fall to the ground. Even though Karolina regains consciousness quickly, the knockout punch has already taken a heavy toll on her body. She looks dazed and struggles to stand on her own. Ready for number 6. Molly McCann versus Luana Carolina. Marching confidently into the O2 arena, Meatball Molly McCann was determined to make a name for herself in the MMA world. Standing across from her was Luana Carolina, a skilled striker expected to win due to her slick technique and longer reach. From the start of the match, McCann attacked aggressively, crushing her with a continuous stream of punches. Carolina struggled to defend herself against the onslaught, taking hit after hit to her chin. Despite the one-sided first round, Carolina managed to survive. In the second round, McCann's pace slowed down. She used calculated takedowns and powerful hail to maintain control. As the third round began, Carolina knew she had to change the course of the fight. She became more aggressive, trying to land heavy shots to gain an advantage. However, McCann had a surprise in store. She broke free from a clinch and delivered a perfectly timed spinning back elbow. The spinning back elbow connected with her cheek, causing her to collapse on the canvas. The arena fell silent as the Brazilian fighter lay motionless. I mean, impressive yet terrifying. Number 7. Jessica Andrade versus Rose Namajunas. This knockout is something we want to see. In the strawweight division of intense showdown, Rose displays her skills by landing powerful punches, making Andrade feel like she's getting hit hard. Andrade's attempts to take Rose down are skillfully blocked by Rose's quick counters. It looks like a fierce dance between them, violent and bone-crunching. In the second round, Rose seems to be winning easily, but Andrade has a surprise plan. She adjusts her grip and sends Rose flying with a powerful slam. Like a carnival ride, Rose holds on tight, but the impact is brutal and she gets knocked out. Even the referee is in shock, not knowing whether to call an ambulance or a spine doctor. And so, Jessica Andrade becomes the new strawweight champion, and Rose learns that gravity can be a merciless enemy, especially when faced with a Brazilian powerhouse. The last one is number 8, Valentina Shevchenko versus Jessica Ai. Almost nobody thinks Jessica Ai has any chance of beating Valentina Shevchenko at UFC 238. But what happens next is pure brutality that leaves viewers amazed and worried about Ai's well-being. As the second round of the flyweight title fight begins, the excitement is palpable. Shevchenko is already dominating Ai in the first round, landing powerful body kicks and easily stopping any takedown attempts. With a sneaky smile on her face, Shevchenko sets up her opponent perfectly. Ai, still recovering from the previous round, is cautious of those dangerous body kicks. Then Shevchenko reveals her secret move, the famous rear kick from her left-handed stand. But this time, she aims high. In a funny moment like in cartoons, Ai instinctively lowers her guard to protect her body, just like a character in a Looney Tunes trap. Shevchenko with a loud smack hits Ai's cheek, and it looks like time slows down as Ai flies backward through the air. Ai twirls and crashes to the ground, completely knocked out cold. As a result, the referee stops the fight. So, guys, these are the 8 brutal knockouts in MMA. Let me know in the comments if you have any other brutal knockouts in your mind. Till then, thank you for watching. Or Johanna Violence. Seriously, her last name is a tongue twister. Andrade sees an opportunity and unleashes a massive right hook with incredible force.